I took the last 2 weeks off, and while I was gone, a lot happened with Ripple and XRP, mostly in the UAE. Many changes were made to the XRP system in the UAE and to Ripple itself. And I agree that this is something that should be emphasized because it is so basic. They really change how we think about not only network adoption, but also blockchain usage around the world as a whole. Things are moving along very quickly, which we love, and a lot of it is based on just being useful. Eventually, usefulness will be what drives value. With so many people using XRP and the basics growing and changing all the time, you should all be very optimistic about the future. Let's start by talking about what happened. A lot has changed in 2018 and before, but this is Ripple's first big push in the UAE. The UAE exchange partnered with Ripple to make instant, seamless, real-time cross-border payments possible. As a major global money transfer, foreign exchange, and payment solutions brand, this is definitely one of the bigger players in the UAE, but it did work with Ripple to make instant, seamless, real-time cross-border payments possible. We really paid attention to what was going on at that time, and blockchain-based payments including XRP and the XRPL were the main focus. These days they are only getting bigger. In fact, blockchain payments, crypto payments, and stable coins paying with cryptocurrencies is very popular right now. If you remember that Ripple was already ahead of the game in 2018, just look at where they are now compared to their competitors. I always try to stress how important this is and how hard Ripple is working to be so far ahead right now, because utility will be the main driver when that does happen. What are some big events that have happened in the last few years? First, Ripple grew in the Middle East in 2023. They opened a new office and brought their yearly global meeting to Dubai. This was Ripple Swell, and they talked about a lot of big moves. In August of last year, they made a big deal with the UAE. After that, more and more things started to happen in the UAE. For example, Ripple started a project to encourage blockchain innovation in the UAE. If we look more closely, we can see that Ripple, a company that makes blockchain solutions, is going to work with Dubai's DICC Innovation Hub to speed up progress in the UAE in blockchain and digital assets. After that, their friendship kept getting stronger. For example, on November 7, 2024, Ripple brought attention to stablecoin regulations in the UAE. This was a model for financial innovation, and it shows that stablecoins are being issued and used more around the world. The UAE central bank's new rules, which let both ROM-backed and non-backed stablecoins be used in the country's banking systems, are a great example of this change. They not only help the UAE stay on top as a world leader in digital assets, but they also show that the country is moving toward more liberal crypto regulation. We already knew that stable coins were important. That's why we paid so much attention to RLUSD. But the fact that the UAE is starting to move faster in this way was a very good sign, especially after everything that was done about Ripple. This is a very important sign right now, since Ripple did get official approval from the Dubai Financial Services Authority not long ago, in October 2024. In March of this year, Ripple became the first blockchain payment provider licensed in the Dubai International Financial Center (DEFI). With this success, fully regulated cross-border crypto payments can begin in the UAE. This will make deals faster, cheaper, and clearer in a $40 billion market. Also, I want you to know how long it took Ripple to get this license. Even though they had been working in and around the UAE for a long time, they had been there since 2018, years before 2025. This is a very clear sign of how quickly things are moving. For example, they started to expand into the Middle East in 2023 by opening new offices in Dubai. Because of what's going on, the UAE is taking blockchain and crypto very seriously, because they know how important it is to be innovative. As I said, the push and race around technology is happening right now. For example, on May 26th, Dubai chose XRP Ledger to run a new real estate tokenization project just 2 months after the news came out. It said that more than 3,000 buyers will be using the project by 2033. Dubai wants to have $16 billion worth of tokenized real estate. All of this information could be in the XRP record. We've already talked a lot about tokenization real estate and why it's important. The news is definitely important because the XRP ledger is now at the top of this huge business. To give you an idea of how big this is, the world's real estate market is worth more than $300 trillion 0 cents and is getting close to $400 trillion 0 cents. That's awesome to see. To sum up, this is yet another big step, and it was taken in Dubai, which is why I'm bringing it up. Okay, this is really big. It was written on May 28th, which wasn't too long ago, with help from the Saudi royal family. The energy company Vivo Power International, which is traded on the Nasdaq, raised $121 million to start an XRP treasury plan on Wednesday. XRP is the fourth most valuable cryptocurrency by market capitalization. The company decided to sell 121 million private shares to raise money for its move to digital asset treasury. One of the Saudi princes, whose name I won't say because it would be rude, led the fundraising. This prince is also the chairman of the 11th holding company and invested $100 million himself. The company plans to sell 20 million common shares at a price of $65 each, according to a statement filed with the SEC on Wednesday. An executive who used to work for SBI Ripple Asia is also joining the company as chairman of the board of advisors. The news release says that all of this means that we love big names in finance and business are also interested in SRP. Below is a quote that says, "We chose Vivo Power because of its strategic focus on XRP and its goal to contribute to building out the XRP ledger ecosystem. After looking at a number of listed vehicles that wanted to use a digital asset treasury model, we've been investing in digital assets for 10 years and have also held XRP for a long time once more. This shows how positive XRP really is and how seriously it is taken outside of retail." This comes after the news from the 14th, when Monica Long, president of Ripple, met His Highness at the Dubai FinTech Summit. We're still happy about it. Dubai is becoming one of the most important places in the world for digital assets, and this is from the Dubai media office. Ahmed bin Said met with leaders in the global finance business at the Dubai FinTech Summit 2025. At the meeting, people talked about how they could work together to speed up innovation in the financial ecosystem, grow digital payment infrastructure, and make it easier for people to make payments online. Of course, Ripple is in the middle of all of this. I've said this many times. Ripple is getting their name out there. Also, we have some exciting news. Momentum is growing for Ripple payments in the UAE since the 19th century thanks to our DFSA. Right to Ripple payment is now live on Exim Bank and MomoPay. This means that one of the biggest money transfer hubs in the world can now give cross-border payments that are always on blockchain. Guys, as I said, if we look at what's been going on since 2018, things are moving faster than ever before. Some of these moves were so strong that no one saw them coming. Today acts like this happen almost every week. This is how quickly things are changing in the crypto world. It's starting to happen faster than ever before, that this technology is being used and accepted. This is why rules are important, and it's also important to show how harmful this technology really is. Finally, here are the words Ripple uses the government license it got in Dubai to. We can say that